Hello, fellow Southern Cameroonians. I bring you warm war greetings from the front. You understand why I say this? Because I'm actually parodizing the chairman of the Southern Cameroon's governing council, Sisiku Ayuk Tabe. You heard him when he spoke to all of us last Sunday. He said, I bring you warm war greetings. And you certainly understood that this was deliberate. What he meant was that we are actually in war. There are a lot of our compatriots who still believe that we are not yet in war. We are already in war because La République du Cameroun has determined that they are going to wipe all the agile young men who are still present on the territory of the Southern Cameroons. I say this because if we go by the activities of the forces of law, should I say order or I should say disorder, talked of the bee, the police, the gendarmes, the soldiers in the past few days, you will realize that this is actually their ambition. And at the same time, that government is telling us they want us to send our children to school in September. So who are these children who will be going to school when they would have arrested and swept all of them? This is a clear eye-opener to all of us Southern Cameroonians that the message that was brought to you by the chairman of the Southern Cameroon's governing council, the same message that was reiterated earlier by the Cameroon Anglophone Civil Society Consortium, that we are not ready to send our children back to school in September, is a sound and clear message, because you are dealing with a government that tells you one thing but means the exact opposite. The ambition of this government that has determined that after 57 years of slavery, 57 years of total subjugation, 57 years of dehumanization, we will have to get ready for 200 years of even worse treatment. My fellow brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring to your attention this very urgent message before we continue our discussion. News has just reached us that today, which is the 3rd day of August in the year of our Lord 2017, there are going to be massive arrests in the Northwest region. Massive arrests, I mean massive arrests, beginning 6 p.m. I draw your attention to this because I want you to note that do not find yourself outside of your house after 6 p.m. You must have heard the vice chair of the Southern Cameroon's governing council, Comrade Tassan Wilfred. He said we are declaring a curfew 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. That is the moment you should find yourself out. After 6 p.m., please be right in the confines of your home. Lock your door and stay inside because the moments are rough. La République du Cameroun has determined that what they want to do is attack us where it hurts most. Pick up all our young men, the agile young men, and make sure they keep them all in lock and key. This is a mixed message. This arrest is not going to take place only in the Northwest region. But for today, we are told clearly that the Northwest region is concerned. They are going to move over to the Southwest region. They will move to all of our major cities. They will move to the towns and villages. And mind you, they are going to do a lot of setting up. Why are they going to do a lot of setting up? Because the government of La République is determined to tell the world, to tell the international community, to tell the United Nations that of late has started giving a lot of ear to the situation of the people of the Southern Cameroons, to tell them that we are terrorists. That is why there's going to be a lot of setup. You are going to have a lot of arrests, like the one you had in Bengu today, where they will put arms and claim that these arms were arms that they had harbored because they wanted to use them to carry out evil activities. Fellow ladies and gentlemen, recall, from the first moments of the consortium right up to this day, we have said we stand for non-violent resistance. We are calling on each and everyone to remember always that this struggle is ordained by God. And whatever God ordains, He doesn't want violence to be part of it. And we have continued to preach non-violence. And we know that a lot of our boys on the field, we know that all our foot soldiers, we call them foot soldiers because what they do is sensitization. What they do is meet people here and there to warn them on the impending dangers coming from La République. And these are the people who are arrested day and night. And there are claims that these are the people who are causing arson. Take note, a lot of this arson is organized by La République du Cameroon because they want the international community to allow them to declare a state of emergency in southern Cameroon and bring about our annihilation. We all have to be intelligent. We all have to be smart. And we all have to know that we are dealing with a different kind of enemy, that we are dealing with a monster who is ready to do anything possible to continue to subjugate us for many more years. You have received directives. Keep your children home. All the consortium, all the Southern Cameroon's governing council, all the SCNC and all the other bodies involved in this struggle have decided to do is to move to the next phase of resistance. And the next phase means we are going to intensify ghost towns from the 15th of August. We are going to intensify even street protests that we had abandoned. We are going to return to street protests from that moment. And take note, it's going to be for a long period. That is why you have been told, stock your house, buy enough food for yourself, and be sure that it is going to be a much rougher moment because La République is going to bring in a lot of evil tactics just because they want to portray us as bad. We are Anglo-Saxons. Anglo-Saxonism means reason. We are Anglo-Saxons. Anglo-Saxonism means peace. We are Anglo-Saxons. Anglo-Saxonism means we are all gentle ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to continue to do exactly what we know how to do so well. That said, I bring you good news from the front. This good news is just about the many things that are happening on the international scene. You have heard of the sound and big diplomatic victories we are scoring around the world. And you have seen that this is putting La République du Cameroon on their toes. That is why the government of La République du Cameroon has spent 130 million CFA francs to send out a high-level delegation of 9 people broken into 3 groups to go from country to country to try to tell lies, to try to say what we are telling them is not the truth. But you know, the truth has just one color. The truth has just one face. When you say it, people know it. And that is why the United Nations, that is why the United States of America, that's why the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and many other countries around the world are opening up to us. That is why it was possible for the flag of the Southern Cameroons to be drawn and put in the Hall of Colors in Trafalgar. Authorizations were required and they were obtained. Even the flag of La République du Cameroon is not yet there. This tells you that we are moving. There are a lot of people who come around and tell you we are dreamers. Mind you, every big project, every major achievement in life begins with a dream. So if we do not dream, we will not get to where we want to get to. It is important to dream. But we have decided that we are not only going to be dreaming, we are going to be dreaming and working. So that is why we are calling on all of you to scrupulously obey all the directives that are going to be given to you. But by all means, keep your children home. Keep your children safe. Make sure your children don't find themselves at the wrong place and at the wrong time. And we have told you, stop the consumption of the drinks coming from La République du Cameroon. What is going to destroy you will be because you will be ready to obey this instruction. From 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., stay in your homes because La République du Cameroon is coming out. The airport they inaugurated in Bamenda is not meant to transport passengers. That airport is meant to be cutting your sons every night and taking them so urgently and so quickly to Yaoundé. Fellow comrades, ladies and gentlemen, I want to draw our attention to the fact that the ghost towns that are going to be intensified will be in our interest. You must have read from the release sent out by the consortium that one of the conditions laid out for us to ever think of returning to the dialogue table and for us to think of reopening our schools is also that our business community must be taken care of, because our business community has suffered for a very long time. Look at our roads. You know that transporters in the Northwest region are on strike today. They have the opportunity to seek to meet with the governor of the Northwest region to complain about the state of roads. They can't meet up again. They can't break even at all again because the roads are so bad. And why are these roads bad? Because we have been systematically neglected for a very long period of time, and that is not about to change. That is why this is the time for us to go all the way. I shall return to you again so soon. But for this moment, let me draw your attention to the fact that there is going to be a lot of setup. Don't be fooled by whatever evil images you see. None of our leaders are involved in violence. Have a great moment.